Hello, everyone. We all know this. We have all heard this. The classic definition of insanity: doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. I give you Exhibit A. Having unsuccessfully tried to retake several cities and towns in eastern Ukraine, Russian military is once again unsuccessfully trying to retake a town in eastern Ukraine. They keep trying to throw everything they've got at it. They are officially stuck. They're getting their asses handed to them, and they keep doing that. I mean, if that's how they learn, fine, except I don't think they learn. Because if they have learned, they would have been gone already. Putin once again opened his mouth when he wasn't asked to do so, like he does, basically saying there could be civilian casualties from an armed conflict, referring to the conflict between Hamas and Israel. Except so far, the UN has recorded 22,468 casualties among civilians, including 7,649 people killed in the territories that Ukrainian armed forces freed from Russian control since the start of the invasion. And it's very likely, because of the nature of war, that these numbers are low. Also, while we're at it, the protests following the damage to a hospital in the Palestinian territory, in the Gaza sector, which turned out to be from a wayward missile from within the area. During the course of the war with Ukraine, Russia had targeted hospitals, maternity wards, etc., medical installations that were civilian in nature over 430 times. Another Russian-American journalist has been detained in Russia on charges of violating the foreign agents law. Basically, the journalist criticized the war in Ukraine. It's Evan Gershkovich all over again. And once again, I invite all of the nations to get their journalists, get their personnel, get everyone they can out of Russia. It is not safe for them. There are other ways to get news other than having people on the ground. We have satellite imagery, we have intelligence operations, and Russians are pretty vocal on the internet, so it's not like you don't know what goes on there. Finland and Estonia are wrapping up the crime scene investigation, trying to figure out what went on with a gas line between the two countries. The interruption in gas service took place last April, and that's how long it took them to investigate. All things considered, of course, the suspicion falls on Russia, and the possibility of a deliberate act of sabotage is not at all remote. Remember, we had a conversation about tell me who your friends are. Just like his boss Putin, Russia's Foreign Minister Lavrov also publicly thanked North Korea for their support of Ukraine. The only good thing about this collaboration between North Korea and Russia is that Putin had officially recommended that Russians start traveling to North Korea as a tourist destination. I absolutely support that movement. Let them clear out of Crimea and go to North Korea. I am completely fine with that. And speaking of Putin's inner circle members opening their mouth when maybe they shouldn't, recently there's been a statement by Marat Bashirov, one of the members of Putin's inner circle, who basically admitted interference in the U.S. elections, the continued war in Ukraine as a way to stick it to the United States, and potential participation in the attack against Israel, and the intention to continue interfering in the U.S. elections in the future. Still waiting for political scientists and analysts to look at his statement, so hopefully I'll be able to show you more on the subject.